Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Discussions in the Afterlife Ghost Stories. And that's Colleen.
And this is Jim. So many of the questions come from random comments that we get from people in the afterlife. And one example is of these two men that were in my house near the powder room. And the first man says, "Hope you are doing your job." And the second man says, "No worries here."
In my house in Bali, some years ago, I just heard a man say, "Make them give me a hand." Meaning the fellow was trying to get something done, but he needed more help in the afterlife. Down in Panama, I heard a man say, "I'm posted in here." And a guy replies to him, "I can't believe you're posted." What does posted in the afterlife mean? Is he put in the house to perform a function?
Right, or to stand at one spot and that's considered your post?
Yeah, it's like a military thing.
Right, yeah, possibly.
Yeah, we don't know.
So I ask during a study, "Are you still working after you die?" And a man says, "We're always working." And then I ask, "Do you all have your own jobs?" And in the living room, a man says, "Picking corn, gotta be careful." And another man says, "Picking corn is dangerous."
Which is really ridiculous. I have walked through cornfields and have actually picked ears of corn.
Was it dangerous?
No, it wasn't dangerous. I had no fear of, no, it was pretty safe.
Good. So then, like about 6 years ago, I asked a question during a study, and it was, "Are you helping to mind the dog?" Because I had a pretty tricky dog at the time. And some man says, "We'll protect you."
Right.
And that's like a job, right?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of them in the afterlife, a lot of our family members are here to keep an eye on us. But, and down in Panama, I ask, "Is the afterlife like being retired?" And a man over by the steps, "Yep, doing a job." And I ask, "Is Immortalita girl in charge of something?" Colleen is wide open for that job. There again, the word job keeps popping up. And we had a cousin of some sort, second cousin, third cousin, our father's cousin, Tommy Finnegan.
Tommy Finnegan, yeah.
Yeah, he died a few years ago. And nice, super fella, great guy. We ask what Tommy's doing to help Bubba, our grandfather, who's a boss in the afterlife. And a man replies, "During the day, he takes the temperature." And another guy says, "I heard he got a job." That's both really curious. Poor Tommy had pretty much lost his mind by the time he died. And soon after his death, we heard in Panama, he was down there, we heard that the group was actually trying to fix his brain, try to get his thinking back together again. And one of the things they were doing was playing Pictionary.
I remember that.
They were playing Pictionary with him, and which makes sense. And to think now, at least he's got a job. There's improvement. So
then recently we pulled a study together and gathered some questions, just kind of looking for a little more detail on jobs and what we should be expecting. So I asked here in my house, "What job should I expect when I return to the afterlife?" And a woman in the kitchen says, "You're a big shot." And a man says, "Yeah, she's funny."
I like that one.
And a man in the music room says, "Wash Seth's feet."
That is really weird.
I don't know anybody named Seth, and I don't plan on washing anyone's feet. No. So then I went on to ask, "What job should Jim expect when he returns to the afterlife?" And in the kitchen, a man says, "That bitch doesn't cook."
And I do cook.
He does cook.
I do.
Quite often, and it's delicious, so I don't know who he's talking about. And by the steps, a man says, "I don't know what he's going to do." And at the landing, a woman says, "It is creepy."
what would my job be in the afterlife that's creepy? It doesn't make any
Hiding in a closet and
jumping out. Or maybe it's creepy for her.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Right.
she's looking at it from a different perspective.
So then I asked that question again. What job should Jim expect when he returns to the afterlife? And in the kitchen, a man says, I don't know, because Jim's an asshole.
Oh, I get so much respect from these people in the afterlife. I love them all. Colleen goes on to ask in this study that she did, what was my job the last time I was in the afterlife? Meaning me. And a man or a woman says he ran the customer's ring.
So you got a lot of customers and you're running some type of business.
Yeah, there's got to be, it sounds like the service industry still.
Still in it.
And then she asked, who do I talk to about getting a job in the afterlife? And a male responds, no one here, Colleen. Meaning the supervisor's out, perhaps? And then upstairs, a man says, the board didn't meet yet. And I really like that one. I mean, it's like suggesting there's some democracy in the afterlife.
Right, a hierarchy or a group of people that makes the decisions.
Yeah, there's some organization.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Interesting. So then I asked, how will my brother help the group? And by the powder room, a woman says, that's the one who runs the school.
And I just can't imagine leaving this life and going back to the afterlife and running a school. I didn't even like my own kids when they were growing up. But yeah, it's obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we have jobs to do in the afterlife. We don't understand all the terminology. What does it mean to be posted? We don't, what's a creepy job? It's just, but Colleen's going to be washing feet. Hey, something to look forward to, I guess. But their jobs, yes, we're going to have jobs in the afterlife. We've already heard it's really bad to be broke in the afterlife. So let's not go down that road again. That's an old video. You have to check that out.
That's right. Get a job.
Get a job. Keep a job. Be good at your job. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, so important to us. Give us a thumbs up, share, like. Go to the website and read details. We got tons of detail on the website. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.